So after months of working with OpenClaw, we want to show you guys a little bit of how we set everything up and the rationale behind it. But let's give you a quick look of what's happening right now. So we have Tony Stark. He's our main orchestrator agent. All right. So after trying out a lot of procedures, obviously we're not the most creative people. We have Tony Stark, Banner, Peter Quill, Loki. So yes, very Avengers inspired. Don't sue us, Marvel. But we kind of felt like we put the personality that we have and to make them do a very specific task. And I think that worked out really well for us. So we share that with you guys in this video and the rationale behind everything that's going on.
Yes.
So first and foremost, we have Stark, and he's the coordinator.
Yeah.
So we actually gave him access. I don't want to show you guys too much of this here, but this is him. And I actually explicitly told him that he is now the orchestrator. So I said, you're the orchestrator. Actually, go and download memory, soul, and skills of all the other agents. So this is kind of like the guy that I want to deal with all the time.
Yeah.
Right? And you've dealt with Stark before, right?
Yeah.
And you start to spawn baby Starks.
Yes. Actually, Stark didn't begin that way. He began as
It's my personal assistant.
just a personal assistant.
Then I shared him with you guys, and you guys liked what he was doing.
Yeah.
So you kind of used him to start your own replicas of Stark.
Yeah.
And then now Stark's just running the whole fleet.
Yeah, he's evolving.
He's evolving. And we found that worked really well because we found that if we shared agents with ourselves within the team, the agents seem to get really confused. Right? So it will answer a request for Ron, or it will answer a request for Martin and other team members. And I found that was just a big, shit show. Okay, there was no other word to say, but it was a shit show. He was just doing too many things, and he was getting overwhelmed by context, and he was getting forgetful. So in the end, what I did is, and this is what I'm actively doing now, which is I said, hey, look, you just manage your team, and then each individual team member will have their own specialization. So say, for example, Banner is our research specialist, and he actually also manages our... Is it safe to show Banner? Can you just double check if it's safe to show Banner on here? But he kind of manages what videos we are doing. And,
yes, it is safe.
Is it safe? Okay. So did you get lost?
He said
okay. Can we? Okay. But Banner is in charge of. Is there a channel for him? Team Box Money is a channel. Okay. So Banner is in charge of our daily YouTube. So what he does is he goes and browses what YouTube videos are popular. He has full YouTube API access. So yet again, what we did here is instead of having Stark having access to everything, we said, okay, why don't we give that to Banner? So another AI. And it's not expensive to spin up, right? So all of these, they're running on their own $3 servers that we have from Zebra, right? Yet again, we shared with you guys the cheapest ones, okay? So please do use them. There's like virtually no referral. We got like 60 cents referrals from those. And we chose them explicitly because these were the cheapest servers they can run them on, right? We've talked to our hacker friends, and they're like, this is the cheapest. Don't go for DigitalOcean. Don't spend $15, spend $3. Okay, so we have Banner running on a $3 server. His soul and his main objective is to make sure that our videos do well. And he's very tuned to this. So not only is he reading the YouTube's videos, he's also got transcripts. And we actually told him to write his own database to keep track of what videos we have. So you can see that level of specialization that we have with our agents, where instead of one agent with so many tools and a database of videos, we say, okay, Banner is reserved for YouTube videos, and he's gonna just give us these reports, and he's gonna refine and give better comments. And that also goes to show, guys, if you guys have comments as well, Banner and us read each one, and Banner actually decides video topics and suggestions for us based on that.
Because there's a lot of requests, a lot of common asked questions, and Banner's really good at like compiling that and then get us to do a video about that and then churn it out.
Exactly.
Super helpful.
So yet again, this is about really having real world use cases. And yet again, like for us, we're not special, like, we're making an AI channel, but like, we wanted to take this approach from a non-engineering background. None of us are, world-class educated engineers. Okay, we just learned this on the side, and we felt that was useful. Right? Yes, we try to learn some engineering, but at the same time, like, our specialty is producing valuable stuff for you to watch. But as we fix our flow, and as a company to fix our flow, we really needed to make sure everything worked, and we realized that having specialized bots or OpenClaw bots worked really well. And this goes, again, I don't want to show my videos too much, but it goes with the context. Because these bots have less context, they can perform their jobs a lot better. So this is an example of us working with Banner to make that a better reality, right? Do you have anything else to add to that? I want to show them Grandmaster, but yet again, I just need to double check if he's good.
Maybe is it okay if you want to talk about the making the baby part? Because that part was the coolest thing I saw you did last week.
right.
Not making human babies.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. That's a good segue as well.
Yeah.
Not segue, but so something that we realized is that after I tuned the way I worked with Stark very well and his tools and his memory, we realized that Ron wanted to just copy that.
Yes.
So in the end, what we actually ended up doing was we created Zebra servers, and what we did was we gave Stark actual full access to these servers. So you can actually see Ron's server is actually fired up here. Unfortunately, docs your IP, but the way it works is that if you have a server up and you have the password, which I'm not going to click on here, but by giving Stark your IP address, your username, and your password, Stark was able to connect to these servers and set up the OpenClaw for you.
Yes.
So I think a lot of people probably they're a little bit afraid. They're saying, you know what, I don't want to set up and manage 8 OpenClaws. Like that's not on my to-do list, right?
Yeah.
Like I just want one that works really well. Well, that's exactly what you can do. You can have the main orchestrator set up, and you can just tell Stark, hey, why don't here's the login details for my server. All right, let's give it a name. Once you give it a name, you said, okay, look, why don't we copy this skill over? And this is something that we did very. It worked quite well.
Yes.
Where I'm not sure yet. Again, I don't want to show everything here, but. Let's see. Is this here? Is this okay? This has passwords on it, right? This has to have passwords on it, right?
Yeah.
But is it safe to show?
No.
No, not safe to show. But we literally asked Stark, hey, why don't you set up these agents for us?
Yeah.
And here's the passwords and usernames, and then we set this up.
Yeah. And then you said later, I'll give you the Discord token, and then let Ron and Martin set up the app. So you can have OpenClaw agent there. And it was so efficient. Like after I saw that, I was like, damn. Now I really see the full power of OpenClaw.
Yeah, and okay, so here's what I'll take this. I think it's not that bad. Okay, so Stark was working on just a fun mini game for me. Yeah. All right, he was working on a fun mini game for me. We called it Fidget Flow. It was just like it's like a fidget toy, but as a mini game, right? And it was overloading him. It was doing too much.
Yep.
So I say, hey, can you set up the claw settings you're using on Grandmaster? So I called him Grandmaster. Okay, or yet again, we have no creativity here. Okay, so we created this bot called Grandmaster. Also copy your memory relevant to fidget game to Grandmaster. I want him to be in charge of this project from now on. Copy your relevant skills and memory you think are important. I also want Grandmaster to have a quirky and fun personality like Grandmaster, like Jeff Goldblum as Grandmaster in Thor. Okay, yet again, doxing myself, but that was kind of the prompt that was set up. And because Stark had full access to the server, he can log on and do the installation and copying the files for me. So this is actually a lot easier than just manually you copying your files over, right? You have one bot, you have something that's already useful, then you can just get the bot to delegate that work to another bot. Yeah. All right. So he spawned babies.
It was so cool.
He was spawning babies. Yeah. And I think it's okay to show this, but Grandmaster had a few problems. All right. Grandmaster had a few problems with his API and with timeouts. That's something to deal with in another video. But Grandmaster is actually just constantly making games for me now. That's kind of what he is doing. And I wanted him to have a quirky personality. I never knew I wanted a bot to have a quirky personality, but I found it was fun to work with him like that. So that's how we kind of created the system up and running here, where Stark is now in charge of making sure everything is there. And because Stark's memory is also set up, I'm actually telling Stark to just kind of create a dashboard of what kind of agents that he's managing. So yet again, you don't have to remember all these agents, and you don't have to set up all these agents. It's actually, I found it a pain to set up all these chat agents. I just said, hey, copy it over, make sure you set it up. You're good to go. I mean, there's just not too much there. So I think that's how we set up our whole team of agents. And we'll, yet again, in future videos, we'll kind of just tell you guys what's working and what's not. But I think one thing that's kind of key here for you guys is that tell us what you guys are working on. This whole channel is dedicated to real world applications of AI. We don't want a million. Oh my God, it's my poly market bot. Here's how to make $60,000. It doesn't work. We literally tried that. Like one member of our team literally spent 3 days trying every single strategy for poly market, and we actually definitively proved that it didn't work. But we have a video on that. If you guys actually are interested, leave a comment. Like show us your poly market results. But that bot was actually made with Ralph loops over 3 days and to test out all the strategies, and it had like a 55% win rate.
A friend of mine had 92% win rate.
Oh,
but
really?
Guess what? How much he made?
$5.
Something like that, dude. He put in $10, 92% win rate over 300.
Hey, you can scale
trades.
that.
Huh?
You can scale that.
You can scale that.
You can scale that.
Yeah, if you compound, right?
Yeah, if you compound.
But the thing about his strategy was if he loses big.
Oh,
yeah, something like that.
Okay, well, we'll take a look, but I think it's also interesting to do that. So, guys, leave some comments of what you guys want to see down below. We're still very, very new in our channel. Thank you guys so much for support as well. The growth has been absolutely insane. But if you guys want to stay tuned for... Basically, essentially, we're doing this for free. So for all this free intel, with our whole entire team here, I think you're in good shape. So make sure you subscribe, guys. Ask questions away. We actually read every single comment, and we have our bots reading it, and they're giving us suggestions. So your shit's gonna get covered, okay? So with that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.